Alright guys, sorry. I think I got this thing figured out. So, if you're here, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me. I literally couldn't figure out how to get back into my own live stream. Ridiculous.
You're good.
But, now, we are here. Sounds like we're good. Cheers. Tonight we are going to be talking about the Wyld camp that's coming up. I'm really excited about it, so hope you guys are too. I'm trying to get in here where I can actually see
Daddy's on
my video. So we're doing something different tonight. I don't like the way it sounds when I use the microphone that I've got and all that stuff. Sounds like garbage when I play it back. I don't like it. So we're doing something different. We are just doing with the cell phone, and we're just going to see how that works out. So hopefully that'll be sound a little better. I guess time will only tell, right? Let's see. What I'm trying to do, the phone's so far away I can't see the comments on there, so I'm trying to actually get on here where I can see the comments. Let's see. Yeah, that worked, so I can see the comments here. Hey Greg, hey Kevin. Kevin was trying to help me out. I've been trying to figure out how to put a ticker on the Facebook where people can go and look. Oh, it's 118 days or however far it is. And we figured out how to make the clock. I can't figure out how to put it on the Facebook anywhere, so I don't know how that's going to work. We got Wayne in the house. Doing good. We got Campfires and Life in the house. I didn't bring it in here. You guys are going to have to give me a split second. I'm excited about something, and I got to show it to you. No, okay, good. I'm back. I'm nimble as a cat. That's how fast I was. Alright, so he didn't tell me I could say his name, so I'm not going to call him out on it. But I got something in the mail today, and I'm so excited about it, I can't even explain it. So, I may have already given it away, I didn't mean to, but I was excited about this. So, before we get into the other stuff, I want to show you this. So, you guys know when I went up to the Georgia Bushcraft thing, I was trying my butt off to win one of those grails. Never did win it. Today, I got this thing in the mail. And a freaking awesome subscriber sent this thing to me. And I got the black and camo. The black and camo Grail Geopress. How freaking sweet is that? I am so excited about this. I'm so thankful, you guys. I got the best subscribers in the world, I promise. Nobody beats you guys. And that kind of leads us into what we want to talk about tonight. Still freaking love this thing. I can't believe I got it. So tonight we're going to talk about the Wyld camp. We've been talking about this thing for a long time. And people have been asking me about it, and we've been kind of throwing it back and forth and not really having it all worked out and trying to figure out where to go. It was honestly much harder than I thought it would be to find a place, because we would go, you know, I called around and talked to people, and if you were a Boy Scout troop, or if you were a church group, or a family reunion, no problem. They'd rent you the place. But because I said it was a subscriber camp out, absolutely not. People didn't want to do it. Now, I don't know why. I don't know if they've had bad experiences or what, but I was just kind of blown away by that. So I was trying to find a place. I wanted a place where we could all camp, basically, together, not individual campsites. I wanted a place we could all kind of camp together that would have water and, like a pavilion and stuff like that. And a shower and bathrooms and stuff, because I want people to be comfortable. And so we kind of looked around to try to find a place, and I finally stumbled across this place down in Ocala, and it's the Lakeshore Group Campground in Ocala. It says group campground, but it is its own campground, and there's no power hookups for RVs or anything like that. So you're gonna have to primitive camp, or you could overland if you've got your own setup there. There's a few areas like that. It's gonna be a limited availability on this trip because, well, for one thing, I don't know how many people will actually want to go. It seems a little arrogant to me to think that people would actually want to go, come camp with me. But I know I've had so many people ask about it, so it must be a thing. So we are really looking forward to that. And we were getting it all worked out where we were trying to figure out how we were going to do it. And it's not cheap. So we've got, I've got the Patreon group, and we call them the Wyld Bunch. And great bunch of people, super supportive. And we had a couple of people step up and say, hey, we want to go ahead and book that place. And just donated the booking of the whole place. And it just blows my mind that people would do that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's in Ocala, Florida, Wayne. So it blew my mind. So we were able to go ahead and book that place and not let it get away, because that's the thing I was worried about is I was worried that we weren't going to be able to book it fast enough and it was going to get away from us. But we were able to go ahead and book it. It is booked. It's sitting there waiting on us. So we're going to do it at the end of September, September 29th, 30th, and then we'll have to be out on October 1st. So it's a beautiful place. It has a pond on it. I wish that I had set it up like I normally do. If the audio had been good, I could show you guys the video. Matter of fact, what I'll do later is I'll actually post a short, or just a short video later, of the little campsite area, and it's a little campsite tour. I'll post that later, but actually, let me get back here to the comments real quick, see if I missed anything. Let's see. Hike with Mike is here. Fastest Tommy boy. I got you. I know what you're talking about. Miss Deborah's in the house. Greg, our riding buddy, our road warrior's in the house. Godslayer Mobile Gaming. Let's see. He said, I must have missed something. I missed something somewhere in there, but because Godslayer said that our community is too unknown to be trusted. I don't know about that. You guys can be kind of sketchy sometimes. Mike said, yeah, it's in Florida. So, Wayne, where are you at? I might have missed that.
Somebody said it's $75 per person. I don't know what that's about.
No. It's going to be $25, or no, I'm sorry, $20 a person for the weekend is what it's going to be to camp, and that's going to cover the, everything that we're going to do. Because what we're going to do is, it'll be fan for yourself meal Friday night, and then Saturday night we're going to have a big dinner for everybody. This place has a huge pavilion. It has picnic tables in a couple of different spots. It has a huge pavilion with a great big like smoker trailer on site. So, I mean, it's gonna be nice. So, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but it's $20 per person for the weekend. Kids 12 and under are free, and like I said, it's got the bathrooms, it's got a shower, it's got places to hang hammocks, kind of limited spaces to hang hammocks, but it's got plenty of spots out there for tent camping. It also has a big like community fire ring, and it's got benches around that, so that'll be really nice. Like I said, it's right on the lake, so you can bring your canoe or your kayak, and we could paddle the lake. You could go fishing. It's the last weekend in September, the 29th, the 30th, and October 1st. And so you could come out there, you could go fishing. It has like a little beachy area for swimming. Those of us in Florida aren't afraid of the alligators, but if you're not from Florida, be warned, it's water in Florida. There's an alligator in it, so that's just part of the deal. But we'll be making enough noise. You guys won't have to worry about no alligators, I'm pretty sure. But you'll swim at your own risk anyway. Let's see. Budget Bushcrafter said, "Can't wait to talk with you again." Mr. Campfires in Life said he'll pick it or chip in for a big hog for the smoker. I don't know if I want to go that deep, Mike. I don't want to be tied to that smoker for 24 hours. We'll have to kind of figure out what we're going to do on that. That would be awesome, but I don't know if I'm up to that yet. Budget Bushcracker said, "It's me, Ty, from South Georgia." Oh, okay. Hey, Ty. Let's see. Aaron's in the house. He said, Aaron said, "I'll have to see if Lincoln wants to have his first camping trip with Uncle Sean." That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. So if he's up to it, we'll let him in free. So it's gonna be really awesome. We're really excited about this thing, and it's funny kind of how it came together, because it was kind of scattered, and we couldn't really put everything together, and then the site fell together, and then everything just started coming together, and it was really awesome. So
people want to know when it is.
Okay, so right now we have the link up for the patron members. For our patrons, the link is up for them, so they can go ahead. That's kind of how Patreon works. So they get early access to videos, they get early access to like the tickets to this thing, and so they kind of get a little extra stuff for Patreon, and so they got the first access to the tickets. So the tickets for everybody will go on sale. The link will be open, was it June 12th at midnight? I think that's what it is. So those tickets will go on sale June 12th at midnight. Now, we're only going to have 40 spots available total, which is mind-boggling to me that we would even have 40 people that would want to come. But just in case, we got 40 spots open. But I'm thinking the Wyld bunch, they're probably going to eat up about 10 or 12 of those tickets. So be ready when it comes available, because it'll be limited. And if everything goes well this year, next year we'll try to find a bigger place and do something a little bigger and a little more fun. and or maybe not a little more fun, but a little bit bigger, and have, you know, a little better spot for everybody. But this year this is kind of the way. This is kind of what I wanted to for our first subscriber camp out. You know, I want it to be fun for everybody. I didn't want to set it up where, hey, we're going to have a subscriber camp. Now everybody put on your backpack and hike into the woods. I didn't want to have to try to do that. I wanted everybody to kind of come out there and have a good time, and us be able to hang out. Hey, Ken. Us be able to hang out and have a good time. And so it's called Wyld Camp because it's Rewild Outdoors, right? But in all seriousness, it is going to be car camping. We're going to be smoothing it out there, having a good time. Carl said he got his tickets. Hey, that's the perks. That's the perks. So Carl's one of our Patreon members. Ken's a Patreon member. Miss Deborah and her husband Ray are Patreon members.
Daddy.
Let's see. Greg is a patron. He's one of the Wyld bunch. If you guys didn't watch mine and Greg going down the river video, you don't know, but he is one of the Wyld bunch for sure. He'll jump right out of his kayak in the water, whether he wants to or not. But we, you know, we have several people. I hate to call out members because now I can't right off the top of my head remember who is. If you're one of the Wyld bunch, put your hand up. But anyway, Campfires in Life said he's got his ticket. You guys need to go over and check out his YouTube channel too, Campfires in Life. It's fun watching his stuff, and it's very inspirational. So I won't tell you his story, but you go to his channel and talk to him and subscribe and everything, and he'll tell you his stories on Instagram too. Very, very, very nice guy, and his videos are fun, relaxing to watch. So let's see. Ken said, seen you do that too. So, the other thing I was going to tell you. So, speaking about the patrons, I've talked about our Patreon before in the past, and it's like $5 a month, you can become a patron, and it does help out the channel, and a lot. Actually, it helps out the channel. Right now, I'm getting roughly, I'll lay it all out on the table for you. Right now, I'm getting roughly $50 a month from our Patreon. And I don't mind telling you guys that because, you know, full transparency here, that's the deal. But, you know, we're creeping up on 2,000 subscribers. I think we got like 1,854 subscribers right now. We're creeping up on 2,000. I could have monetized the channel at 1,000 subscribers. But I don't want to do that, and I've had plenty of people tell me, you're crazy, man. You need to monetize your channel. You're losing money. And I probably am. Eventually, I'd be losing more money. But my thing is, I know that this will probably never be a career for me. And that's fine. I never went into it to be like a full-time YouTuber or anything like that. But I started the Patreon because we had people asking how to support the channel. How could they support the channel? Well, to be honest with you, the biggest way to support the channel is to, like everybody says, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, share the videos. That's huge, sharing the videos. So, but you know, when you monetize the channel, if I monetize the channel, YouTube then has the ability to just hammer you guys with ads. And I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If you're anything like me, you hate ads. You hate commercials. We don't have regular TV anymore. But if we did, if I was watching something and a commercial came on, bloop, I'd skip it. I can't handle it. And that's the reason I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't have to watch ads on here. but that's the reason we have Patreon, because I didn't want to force you guys to watch ads or anything like that. I didn't want to feel like I was making people watch the ads. And I figured if you guys want to support the channel, you can. Go through the Patreon. We have the PayPal that's in the link of all the videos, if that's something you're interested in. If not, just hit the like button. Hit that like button, and it's great for the channel. So, but like I was saying, so I'll jump off of that tangent. I kind of wanted to run through that real quick and kind of explain to you about the Patreon and all that stuff. But let's see, what did Mike say? He created his channel to support conservation and saving wildlands. Not interested in cash. The message is more important. Yeah, so absolutely. So when, like I've said this before in other videos and other live streams, when I first started, every video that I made turned out to be a like a how-to video. That's just how it turned into a how-to video. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have more fun videos. But then over time, I've kind of started wanting to get more back into doing some of the skills videos, because, you know, I've kind of adopted this, I don't know how you would say it. Anyway, my goal is to entertain, inspire, and instruct. And I've posted that in different places. And I want to entertain you. That way I can kind of hook you into what I'm doing out there. And maybe you'll get interested in it and want to do it. And that's where the inspiring comes in. I want to inspire you to actually go do it. So you're entertained, and then I inspire you to go do it. And if I can show you a skill that you can use out there, and you're successful with it, I can instruct you on that, and you're successful with it, it'll make you more likely to continue to want to do it. And that's why we made this channel. We want to get people out doing stuff, and just doing the things that you want to do in life right now. None of us are promised tomorrow, so we want to get you out there right now, having a good time. And get your kids out there. Let's teach them some outdoor skills, and they're the ones that are going to be picking this up after we're gone. And we need to let them know how to do it. So, boy, that was a high horse right there. I need to jump off of this milk crate. Let's see, what am I missing? Mike said that man said Patreon is good to pay for cost of making videos. Yeah, the Patreon does help with making the videos. Like, the Patreon paid for us to go up to the Georgia Bushcraft thing. It's going to help us pay to go up. Me and Sarah are going to go up in the fall. So all that stuff really helps out. I mean, gear to make videos, cameras, all that kind of stuff. So it definitely helps out. He said, Godslayer Mobile Gaming said, any activities or classes planned for the Wyld Camp? We can do some different activities. I thought it would be fun to kind of do a fire pit challenge, where we get 4 or 5 people together, and you pick your favorite fire, favorite fire lay, whether it's a TP fire or a lean-to fire or what have you, and we get 4 or 5 people together, and you can have like one person to help you, and you get it all set up, and then we'll count it down, and then you guys will have a chance to get your fire going. And the first one to actually have a good, sustained fire going wins the challenge. I thought that would be kind of fun. We could work on, let's see, we could work on some knot tying stuff if you guys want to do that. Like I thought we could do like maybe a hammock hanging class, hammock hanging 101, and maybe I could just hang my hammock up and lay in it, and you guys could watch how much fun I'm having in it. But no, it would just kind of go through and show you guys, if you're not into hammock hanging, show you how to hang a hammock correctly, or at least the way I do it. And if you guys have any suggestions on classes we could do, we could work on doing like flint and steel fire. I won't be teaching you guys how to do a bow drill fire, because I will starve to death and freeze before I do another bow drill fire. But if one of you guys is like proficient at a bow drill fire, by all means you can jump in there and teach a class on bow drill and pull everybody to the side and work your butt off all you want to on that, and I'll stand back with a big lighter and get mine going. But no, if there's things that you guys would like to learn, by all means shoot me a message, or let's talk about it right now. Throw me a message up on here and let's talk about it. Oh, Kevin said he just signed up for the Patreon. Well, that's awesome, man. I appreciate that. I knew you would be, Ken. Ken said he was just typing a bow drill fire by Sean. If you guys haven't seen that video where I did the bow drill fire, never again. I mean, I can do it. But that is literally a last-ditch effort for me to get a fire. If there's a chance that I could dig a hole and lay in it and not freeze to death, I'd probably dig the hole before I did the bow drill fire. It was not a good experience for me. So, let's see. Campfire and Live said he'd be interested in learning how to carve a spoon. Yeah, we could do, if you bring some, how will we do that? Learn how to sharpen a bushcraft knife, and some spoon carving. We'd have to, you guys would have to bring your own spoon knives, because I've only got a couple knives. Let's see. You need a loop knife. Now, the Beavercraft ones that you see on Amazon, those are actually pretty good. But you need a little loop knife like that. And I've got a couple spoons, a couple different ones that I've made up here. This is one of my earlier ones that I made. And it's not great. I mean, it looks cool, but it's really not great when you really think about it. It's real thick here. And I could trim that thing down and make it a lot better. And then I kind of got a little better with this one. And I carved this one, and obviously it's a little thinner. And I like how delicate the handle looks on it and all that stuff. So we could kind of do something like that. We could actually work on the like the way they used to do it with a coal and burn out the center of a spoon. We could work on something like that. That would be kind of fun. Definitely spoon carving. Now, you guys got to promise me that if we do knife sharpening or spoon carving, that you're not going to cut yourselves out there, because I'm not the hold pressure on it guy. I'm not. If one of you guys are the hold pressure on it guy, that's perfect. I can be the 911 guy, but I'm not a blood guy. I will pass out on you. I can't handle it. So, Ken said the hook knife sold at Tractor Supply. The only problem with that is those are more, I wish I had mine inside, but they're not round like this one. Like, I don't know if you can even see that. Like, this is real rounded. And you need that to be able to grab that and pull it through the spoon. The loop knife for trimming horse feet or trimming horse. The loop knife's actually for trimming the frog on a horse. They're more of a diamond shape, and so it would be hard to get a good deep spoon out of it. But that's actually part of the problem is you really don't need a real deep spoon. We could get, like Aaron said, we could get those cut gloves where you don't, it's harder to cut yourself. Both of your sackets, I'll be selling Band-Aids half price. Yeah, I can see right now we're gonna have to get insurance for this. This thing I'm already worried about people getting hurt, and it's months away. Let's see, maybe archery. That's another one. Somebody else can teach that. My family's Native American. I should be able to shoot a bow and arrow. I can kind of shoot a slingshot. I couldn't hit this house with a bow and arrow from 10 feet away. I've just never been able to do it. The only thing I've ever hit is my forearm with the string. So, I don't know about shooting a bow and arrow out there. With that many people, it's going to be pretty packed in. So, that's going to be kind of a tough one to pull off, I think. What am I missing? Let's see. I must have missed something up here. So any recommendations on a good carving kit? Like I said, those Beavercraft on Amazon, those are actually pretty good starter sets. And if you get a basic little loop knife like that, and just a regular little carving knife like that, this one's actually a little long. I would suggest a little bit smaller, like inch and whatever, like an inch and a quarter or inch and 3/4 or something, maybe. I don't remember exactly what the Beavercraft ones are, but those are actually a pretty good little starter kit to start with. A good starter bushcraft knife. The Mora knives, you cannot beat the Mora for a starter bushcraft knife. They are inexpensive, and they are I don't have my knife in here, but they are Scandi grind. They're easy to sharpen out in the field, easy to keep sharp out in the field, and they'll do pretty much anything you need to do out there, and they're pretty cheap. Because bushcraft knives, if you've looked into them, they can get super expensive. And to start out with, you don't have to do that. I really enjoyed, for a lower mid-level knife, I enjoyed my Condor bush lore. That was a great little knife to start with. I want to say it was like $60, $60, $70, something like that. But it was a Scandi grind, had a nice wooden handle on it, and came with a nice leather sheath. So the Condor bush lore is a good kind of low mid starter knife for bushcrafting. I actually used that one. That's one that I actually used, and it worked good. But the Moras are definitely a good starter knife. Let's see. Yeah, we could do some cornhole and some horseshoes. I've actually got a horseshoe set, I think, still. I'll have to try to make sure I got everything together for that. Eeyore said, take the lead on the campfire cocktail class. Hey, by all means, we'll set up a whole set, head up a whole section, and we can do campfire cocktails. That'd be fun. We may have to wait until the kids go to bed. Buddy or Sackett said a Moore Companion 17. That $17. Is that what it is? I know that they're not super expensive. So the Bushcraft Black, Mora Bushcraft Black is a good knife too. Kevin said he's got cornhole boards. Perfect. That would be great because I don't have a cornhole board. I saw a set the other day, and it was so cool. It might have been TikTok or something like that, but it was a cornhole board. But where the hole is in the cornhole board, they had cut a circle out and put a motor on the back of it. So that hole in the cornhole board was moving around like that. And it looked like a lot of fun. I'm sure those things were $300 a set. But Les, Godslayer Mobile Gaming, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to keep an eye on you, because we're not bringing lawn darts either. He's wanting to shoot bows and arrows out there and do lawn darts. He's gonna be a problem, I'm afraid. No.
Daddy said hobo fishing tackle kit. How to make?
Yeah, we could do definitely do a hobo fishing tackle kit. That would be cool. Because that's really easy to do, and we could. I mean, all of that stuff is fairly cheap, so we could just get a bunch of it and make a bunch of those kits for everyone. That would be cool. Yeah. Oh, I know it was. Well, I kind of halfway knew it was a joke. I wasn't 100% sure. Do they even make lawn darts anymore? They probably can't even make lawn darts anymore. That was one of those things that, like they say, why men or women live longer than men. Let's see. Have to hit the cornhole board before he can start the fire. Hey, that might be kind of fun. But I think it's going to be a good time. I think we're going to have a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. So, September, like I said, September 29th, 30th, and the 1st of October. I'm hoping to get there a little earlier. Technically, we can't get in until 3, so I'm hoping that we can get in there a little earlier to try to get things set up, and then people can start getting there about 4 or so. That's kind of what we're asking people to kind of start showing up around 4, and that'll give us a chance to kind of get in there and get situated and everything, because we want to be ready to. I know it sounds crazy, but we want to be ready to receive you guys when you're coming in. We don't want to just be like, oh yeah, go put your stuff over there, and we'll be running around doing our own thing, because Lord knows I will be scrambling. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. Get everybody to start showing up around 4, and then we can kind of have the evening. I think the end of September, early October, it should, fingers crossed, start being nicer in the evening, and that way we can kind of enjoy ourselves and maybe do a little swimming or fishing, or bring your boats and or your kayaks and your canoes and paddle around in the lake. It's a beautiful spot. So let's see. What did I miss? Ken said, "What size pipe? I can furnish it, no problem." What did I say? I must have said something that I can't remember now. Anyway, message me, Ken, because I can't remember what I said that you're referring to. So the campground is it's called Lake Shore Campground. Oh, the fishing kits. We could do little PVC pipe fishing kits like I made, or we could do those little everybody bring one of those little Altoids tins like I made the little fishing kit. And we can try to start saving up some of those little Altoids tins between now and then. But I got you. I know what you're talking about now, Ken. But it's called the Lake Shore Group Campground, and beautiful place. It's funny. I thought I was in the wrong place. Because you kind of drive down, and it's like you're going into a neighborhood. And then there's just a little driveway to the left, and once you turn on that driveway, you see the yellow bar gate and everything. And it was locked up. I actually had to sneak in and go walk around and make sure it was going to work for us. And I did a little video while I was in there. I was sure hoping that I wasn't going to get towed while I was in there, but I didn't, thank goodness. Oh, Bodier Saget said he hasn't found those tins in the store yet. So I actually found them. I thought we got them at Publix, but we actually found them at, or I found them at Walgreens and Walmart. The little tins. Oh, hey, Steve. Steve is in the house. So, but I found those little tins at Walgreens and at Walmart. And they're Altoids tins, but they're not the little rectangular ones. They're smaller, and they got the flip open cap on the end of them. They're really cool. If you haven't seen that video that I made on them, what are you doing with your life? Go back and find that video. Butterbean Outdoors is in the house. I'm doing really good, man. I hope you're doing good. He recently got him a new house, and he's been working on that, so congratulations. Let's see, Saturday dinner. So for the Saturday dinner, if you want to bring something, that would be good. That would be great. But we're planning on providing like the main meat and a couple sides or something. But if somebody wants to help with some of the drinks, or just something like that, you guys are more than willing, or more than welcome, I should say, to kind of shoot me a message and say, hey, I'm gonna bring some, whatever for the Saturday night thing, and that would be great if you can. But if not, we definitely have gotten some help from people that are helping out with that. So let's see. Oh, so Campfires and Life said that Walmart has those little Altoids tins at checkout. See, that's why you guys are awesome, because you guys got my back. If I can't figure it out, you guys can figure. You guys got my back. So, bring a nice bottle of bourbon to share. I hear you. That's definitely a good plan. So I had a couple guys message me, and new subscribers said, hey, when's this camp out going to be? And they seemed excited about it. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I know Steve said wrong, in the wrong country. I'm sorry, buddy. If I could do one over there for you, I'd come over there, but I don't think they'd let me. I don't think I'd ever get in with my bushcraft knife. But so Steve, exactly where are you watching us from, and what time is it there? So Steve's in England anyway. I don't know exactly where, but it's so cool to me. This is what's so cool about it to me, is there are people all over that watch these videos, and it's so funny to me to look at my analytics and see that it says that only 80% of the people watching the videos are in the United States. There's people from England. There's people from the Philippines. I want to say it was people from like South Korea and India. It is just funny to see. Like, I know I've got an accent, a southern accent, so I can't imagine that some of these people can even understand what I'm saying, but somebody must be putting the what do you call that? Where it's got the words on there, subtitles. Somebody must be subtitling my videos for these folks. Will, I'm doing good, Will. Thanks for stopping in. Steve said he'd be there. It's 1:46 a.m. and he is in Kent, southeast London. Man, that's pretty crazy to me. What are you doing? What are you doing up at 1:45 in the morning, Steve? I appreciate you being here though. Bodier said he can bring the campfire forward cowboy grill. That would be cool because it does have that big fire ring, and we could actually do some like teaching kind of stuff about like how to cook over campfire, things like that would be kind of cool too. He said being loyal. I appreciate it, man. I really do. You don't know how much I appreciate it. So we are doing a group camp, Will. So the group camp will be in Ocala, Florida I'll run it back. Ocala, Florida, September 29th, 30th, and then we'll have the morning of October 1st. And it'll be at Lakeshore Group Campground. The tickets for general public are going to go on sale June 12th at midnight. So I will post a link earlier in the evening. Maddie's trying to catch somebody out there. I'll post the link earlier in the evening, but it'll go live about midnight. So we're using this new thing, or it's new to us anyway. It's called Eventbrite. And it was a really, really easy way for Sarah to set this whole thing up, because obviously I don't know how to do that stuff. I fumbled my way through the videos, but I don't really know how to do all the like setting up events and things like that. I don't know how to do that stuff, and Sarah is awesome at that. So we're using the Eventbrite because it's so much easier to use. And she could set the event up, and you can kind of sell the tickets right through the event. And if it wasn't one of those situations where we kind of had to make sure we're only selling X amount of tickets, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But we have to be able to control that, because the place only allows up to 50. And I'll be honest with you, I think 50 people would be tight out there. That's why we're going with 40. If we have to, we may end up, if there's a demand for it, we may end up selling a few more. But if we get 40 people, I'll be surprised. But so what do we got on here? Thank you, beautiful Sarah. Absolutely, thank you, Sarah. Let's see. Let's get your hands in your pockets, guys. We don't get as many events and chances to get out there. So that's the thing that's kind of crazy to me, is talking to Steve about the limited places that he has to go camp and stuff over there. It's kind of mind-boggling to me. I thought we were kind of, because I'm not gonna lie, I get kind of complainy in the fall and the winter time when they shut our dispersed camping down for people to be able to get in the good places and hunt. But you see the kind of stuff that Steve has to go through the camp, stealth camping, the only thing he can do. And it's just kind of crazy, I mean, that we are blessed to be able to do this kind of stuff over here, and I understand that. So yeah, that does it. We need to be out doing it more, because if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it, and that's just a fact. I'm gonna let this little dog in real quick. Maddie dog, coming in here. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Maddie dog had to come in here with her mama. You wanna come be on the video real quick? Dirty dog, come here. All right. All right, Squirmy. All right. Okay. So there's Maddie. She's been outside playing in the dirt. She's all dirty. Right? You want to go back to mama? All right. Go. Watch your face. Anyway. Let's see. And so, yeah, Will said lots of camping here. Most by boat. So, this, we're starting to get into the hammock camping, the summer camping for us here, and people are just gonna disappear. It's too hot for most people. And so that's why I like to go take the kayak, go kayak camping, get down on the river, find somewhere you can get in the water. That's why I like the hammock camp, because for me, if I can get in the hammock at night, if it gets down in the 70s at night and I can get that breeze blowing under me, I'm okay. I can still sleep. I did talk to a guy the other day who was at the camp out I was at, and he said that the hammock kind of when it comes up around him, it's kind of holds the heat in and he gets sticky. And I don't really have that problem. To me, being in a tent, even if it's got a lot of mesh on it, to me, being in a tent, being down low to the ground with the breeze not being able to blow across you, it's harder for me to sleep in that. I prefer the hammock. So, and Kevin said he's down for some river camping, just don't mind the John boat. Hey, if you get there, it doesn't matter to me, however you get there. So he said, Godslayer said, any Sunday morning fellowship. So, like, are we going to do Sunday morning fellowship? Is that what you're asking? Haven't really planned on anything like that. I don't really know what everybody's, ideas are and feelings are about that. I wouldn't mind if you guys wanted to get together and do a little something down there. It wouldn't bother me at all. We just want to make sure that we, keep everybody in mind. So, let's see. Steve said, I'm too old for ground dwelling now. 58 joints hurt too much. Yeah, I hear you. Buddier said, if you put a pad in a hammock, it will spread out. That's true. The pad in the hammock will spread it out, but it also holds that heat on your back. So it's kind of a catch-22. Personally, myself, I prefer to get in that hammock and not have a underquilt or anything under me and just have that breeze blowing across me. Typically we have those summer thunderstorms, and in the evenings it'll be cool. It'll cool off and have some breeze blowing. So that works for me. Let's see. Fall in and out of the tent. Oh, okay. Hammock's more fresh air. Yeah. It's like, I'll be honest with you, I have still, as much as I've done the hammock thing, I've still yet to be able to set that thing up in a way that I can easily get out of it. I kind of have to flop out of it like a whale sliding up on an iceberg or something like that, and just do the best I can not to kill myself when I get out of it. That's why it's so tough sometimes for me to camp with other people, is I make so much noise getting in and out of the hammock. I have to try to be really quiet and not wake everybody up. But he said he does the silly salmon too. That's about right. So, but it's my preferred way to camp. Although I have to say, the last couple times that I have gone with the Jeep and did the overlanding camping, it's addictive. I could see where people really get into the overlanding thing because it is so nice. I really enjoyed that too. We are creeping up on an hour, so I've had a good night. Ken said, learn from Blackie Thomas, battery powered fan. Yeah, Sarah actually has one of those, and I used the battery powered fan in the Jeep when I was doing it, but that's nice to have that thing blowing on you inside that hammock. Oh, so Kevin, slick. That was slick. I see what you did. Kevin went and joined the Patreon, and he's actually got access to the tickets now. So that's cool, man. That was a good idea. So he's got tickets for him and his wife, and we'll bring kids. So just make sure that you make sure you say how many kids you're bringing, because we got to keep track of that. So
2 kids under 12.
Yep. So Wayne said he's just want. Are you a back sleeper? So I'm kind of a side sleeper, and in my double hammock or even an asymmetrical hammock, I can get sideways easy, and I can easily sleep on my side. But if you get a bridge hammock, yeah, if you get Eeyore posted in there, bridge hammock, you get a bridge hammock, you can sleep on your stomach, and you can get really, really comfortable in a bridge hammock. I had the one that I can't remember what it was called now. I love that thing. Oh man, what was the name of that thing? Anyway, I had one. I loved it, but the spanner broke in it, and they couldn't give me or couldn't replace it for me. Couldn't replace the parts for me, and I said the heck with it. I just went back to a regular hammock. So, hey, no, that's completely fine, Wayne. That's why we're here, man. We're here to learn from each other. So, when I was up there at the Georgia Bushcraft thing, and the E-Trawl, that's the one, Ken. Thank you. When I was up there at the Georgia Bushcraft, I got to sit down and talk to Blackie Thomas, and I was kind of just thanking him for helping me out and letting me get him in the video. And he said something, and I've said it in the past, since he told me that. He said, "We are the woodsmen that say we." So, not to be confused with the knights that say "knee," isn't that who? But we are the woodsmen that say "we." So, we're all a big group. You have a question, somebody can answer it for you. Might not always be me, but somebody can answer it for you. And if somebody asks you something that you know the answer to, pass the knowledge on. That's why we're here. That's the only way we get better at this stuff. So, Steve said he sleeps on his side and still dreams he's a Harley Davidson. Well, I'm not going to say Ken snores loud, but I did think somebody was in the camp revving a Harley a couple times when I camped next to Ken. I actually was told, this is no lie now, Sarah's not going to believe me, but when we were down, Ken might remember this, when we were down at the hammock, at HangCon, I had people walk up to me and say they enjoyed my snoring. That it was, I can't remember how they put it, but that it was a very soothing sounding snore. I can't remember how they put it.
I don't know about that.
But they said they enjoyed my snoring, so it was kind of funny. But guys, I've held you here for right at an hour now, and I appreciate you guys all hanging out. And if you got anything else, see, Ken vouched for me. If you got any questions real quick, let's get them in there, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up pretty quick. I think I pretty much covered everything, right?
I think so.
There's nothing that I can think of that I missed. We got now the one thing I will say is because the thing is, it's only a max of 50 people. We're not gonna be able to have people just showing up for the day. I wish we could do that, but that's not gonna be possible because we're gonna be over numbers then, and I don't want us to get into trouble because we may end up having to use this thing again. So if you can't get a ticket, I'm sorry. We'll hopefully have a better place next time, but I think ultimately this is going to be a great spot for everybody. And so Campfire in-law said post the link to that carving kit and any other tools you can think of. I'll actually, when we get done here, I'll post a link in the comments to this and to that carving kit and everything. So Kevin said his wife said he snored so loud at the Alexander Springs. That's I want to ask you about that real quick. Last weekend, people were stopping and looking at our camp, and I was passed out in the hammock. That's funny. So, I wanted to camp at Alexander Springs, and I've never gone over there. So, is it super busy all the time? That's what I've heard. That Alexander Springs gets packed up, and it's super busy. I wanted to go there because I know it's a it's a beautiful place. I've seen the pictures of it. But I'm just I don't really like being just packed out in a place like that. So, and I know too that it can be very hard to get in there. So, Bodier said, yeah, it's busy. That's the only thing, there's so many pretty places that, what's the other one? It's the, is it Silver Glen Springs Run? I think it is, that you can put in and you can camp down along the edge of it down through there. I've thought about doing that too, but the amount of boats that come in and out of there would probably ruin it for me. So anyway, yeah, he said busy as hell. People after day 2, yeah, I bet. I can't handle, packed out places like that either, man. That's why I like to get back up in the woods. Says Barbara swears by that place, but it's packed on the weekends. Go during the week. That might be something I'll have to try, because I do want to try that place, but I don't want to go when it's packed out. So maybe we can get down there. Maybe we can get down there one week when we can take a day off and go spend the night or something. So, all right. I think I have covered everything. If you have any more questions or anything you want to ask me about it, you can always hit me up in the comments, or you can jump on Facebook and send me a message on the Rewild Outdoors Facebook. We have the Rewild Outdoors on Instagram. I have Rewild Outdoors on TikTok, which is funny. I'll jump on this tangent real quick and then I'll close it up for you. I had the TikTok for going on 2 years and had very few people watching any of my TikTok. Really didn't know where I kind of was supposed to be on there. So I found out I love like wild medicinals and wild edibles. So I found out about the mimosa tree. We all know about that, or most of us know about the mimosa tree. It's got the little pink fluff ball flowers on it and stuff. Well, I made a couple Instagram reels about it and stuff, because it's a wild medicinal. It's actually, they call it the happy tree. And it's a mood enhancer. If you take the flowers and make a tincture out of it, it's a mood enhancer. I posted it on Instagram, it blew up. I posted it on TikTok, and it blew up. I can't remember, like 100 followers from it on TikTok. 100 new followers on it. I posted it on YouTube. YouTube blacked out the thumbnail. If you go through my shorts, look for the one with the black thumbnail. They blacked out the thumbnail, and they wouldn't promote the video. So, like the rest of them, as soon as I posted it, you could just watch people clicking on it. This one, nothing. It has slowly picked up, but it just kind of blew me away that they blacked it out, and still can't figure out why they did it. But I posted a second part to it on TikTok the other day, and I've gotten like 250 new followers from that thing, just from that one video the other day. So we are rolling on TikTok, guys. I'm over 600 followers on TikTok. I know it's kind of funny that it's so small, but it's 300 and something new followers in the last couple of weeks on there. It's pretty cool for me. But yeah, go check out our TikTok, and go check out if you don't follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on the Facebook. I'm sure you guys are already subscribed, but if you hadn't, do that. Hit the like button before you leave, and keep an eye out. I'll post a update when we get this thing live. When that link goes live, I'll post to Instagram, Facebook, and I'll probably do a community post on YouTube. And but remember, June 12th at midnight is when those tickets are going to go, and when they're gone, they're gone. So I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will see you guys next week. So appreciate you hanging out tonight, and I'll see you. How do I shut this thing off? Yes.